Welcome to the Science of Tai Chi for Beginners. Tai Chi is good for everybody, and we all got to start from somewhere, beginner. So we all are beginner in some way. I created Tai Chi for arthritis, Tai Chi for diabetes, and osteoporosis first, and that gets used and has helped many people. And the most common question I have is, what is Tai Chi? How can I start? And we tell everybody, Tai Chi for arthritis, Tai Chi for diabetes, they're all very good program for anybody to start. They're all safe, effective, and however, there's something about a name. And somehow people say, even up to now, once in a while I get an email to say, hey, I don't have arthritis, can I do Tai Chi for arthritis? You know, like, so that is why we start looking at creating Tai Chi for beginners. So we want Tai Chi for beginner to be perfect for beginners, because it's, you know, the traditional Tai Chi form in the old days. There's these things in the Tai Chi world in traditional time. They say, if you practice really hard in 3 years, you take first step to the door, and if you practice really hard and full time, work for 10 years, then you can start teaching. Well, that's not workable, not in modern time. Also, there's a number of people I know who does Tai Chi for Health programs for their PhD degree and got their PhD degree. For example, Amanda Hall, now a professor, who started using Tai Chi for arthritis for her bachelor degree as part of her thesis, and eventually she got her PhD on Tai Chi for back pain, which is the Tai Chi for arthritis program, and eventually she's become a professor in different parts of the world. Amazing. So she's not the only one. So if people do it full-time, I suppose they can be a great teacher, but of course in the modern time, with technology, we don't need to do 10 years or 3 years even. You just need to know more than your learners. Like, you just need to know Tai Chi for beginners. Then you can teach Tai Chi for beginners. More importantly, you need to understand the inside, the real core, the real value, what makes Tai Chi really work. Understand it and put it in the program. And it can be a very simple program, like a Tai Chi for arthritis, Tai Chi for beginners. And you also need to understand how to teach. There's a lot of modern studies on how to teach exercise. And that's so important. A teacher is like a chef. You can give the chef the best ingredient, or you can give me the best ingredient, and I can make it taste pretty awful. But a good chef will make it beautiful. But of course, a good chef needs good ingredient to be good. So a teacher is like a chef. You can have a beautiful program and spoil it when you teach it, and then you turn around as nobody around. I know a Tai Chi teacher, I know quite a few of them who know Tai Chi quite well and really good at Tai Chi. So they have a beautiful ingredients, and they hardly have any students or participants. And I guess they are one of the people I write my book for, Teaching Effectively. Unfortunately, those are the people who doesn't read my book. Because, you know, we got to open our mind and absorb what's coming. So to create Tai Chi for beginners, we want to have a system that's easy for anybody to learn, and also we wanted to infuse in the teaching curriculum so that, you know how if you run a Tai Chi class, people might just drop in tomorrow, and they might get different levels of people. So we take that into consideration as part of the teaching into the program. So the Tai Chi for Beginners program are designed for beginners of anybody, and it has 6 easy steps. It's nice to do things in steps and have a system. So that's what it is. It's based on years of experience, based on my medical knowledge, and also incorporating teaching method into this program so that it's really easy. And I will explain, and I will try to do the program with you, part of it, so you have a taste of that. So once we put the program out, we also, for like every one of my Tai Chi for Health programs, I offer the first lesson free, the full first lesson free, including the warm-up exercise, the introduction of the program in YouTube. And the Tai Chi for Beginners introduction and first lesson, I checked yesterday, we have well over 8 million people who viewed it, and many people stay a long time to learn the program. So that is definitely something about people's interest in Tai Chi, and something about beginners. And we all got to start from beginners. So teaching beginner is also a very fulfilling experience. You introduce people to a new world, and the first lesson can make a lot of difference. The first taste of that banquet you're going to have are going to be so important. If it tastes so bad, people will run away from you. So to teach it with the 6 easy steps is one way to make it easier, more accessible for anybody. And do remember, Tai Chi started from nature, and it followed the law of nature. The law of nature has darkness and brightness, has hot and cold, day and night, and it complements. And nature have a way of balancing itself. So by learning how to balance using the nature's way, we're able to give ourselves exercise that strengthen the inner self, the mind, the inner body, the organs, and the inner muscles and ligaments, and also it complements with strengthening the outside body, the muscles, the skins, the whole body were integrated, just like nature is integrated with us. We also, in the bigger picture, Tai Chi help us to harmonize, to reach harmony with other people, to listen to the incoming force, to absorb, to understand what people say, and then learn how to put forward gently our point of view with that understanding. And that is how Tai Chi help us to be more in harmony with other people and help a whole group of people, an area, a country, to work the same way, understand nature, understand balance, understand how to listen to the incoming force, and harmonize. And that sort of idea can start right from the beginner. And of course, natures will last forever, even when human race don't exist. We have, going back to natural history of Earth, we have 5 evolution. Remember the dinosaur days? Suddenly all things die. We don't know why. And then gradually the human and other species evolve. So nature will stay there, but we might not. That's a scary thought. But if we understand nature and using the nature's way, perhaps the human race can live longer. And certainly the nature will continue to be more beautiful for us. But certainly I know the Tai Chi's understanding of nature, interpretation of nature, the way we move in harmony, the way we exercise Tai Chi and follow the law of nature, and you can teach that even to the beginner. So, as most of you know, what is Tai Chi? Well, it can be different to different people. It's like the group of blind people looking at the elephant. Since they can't see the big picture, they can only feel it. And if they never see an elephant before or never feel an elephant before, they can feel different parts of the elephant. Nature is so big, Tai Chi is so vast. There's so many forms, styles, depth. It can be really far-reaching. You can look at different aspects of it. You can use Tai Chi as an exercise for health, which is immensely useful. You can also use Tai Chi as a form of self-defense. You can also use Tai Chi to better your meditation, to improve your relationship with people. And so depends on what you look at it. You can, if you are really artistic and you want to look at Tai Chi as an art, that's a different aspect. It is all that in one. And you can incorporate all that in a simple Tai Chi for beginners. So I'm going to go through the 6 easy steps with you. The first 3 steps are our warm-up exercise. It's called 1, 2, 3 warm-up exercises. Number 1 is the warming up the body, getting the body ready. Because before you exercise, it's really important to get ready. It's just like nature. The sun doesn't just come out bang in midday. It comes out slowly, a little ray of sunshine, and then it comes out. So our body needs a little time to warm up. So number 1 step, we're going to walk around and just loosen out. And if you like, open and close your hands. And so get your blood circulating, get your mind ready that we are going to do a wonderful exercise. And then the second step is stretching of the joints. And to stretch the whole body, we start from the top. Well, if you like, you can start from the bottom up, but I start from the top down. We start with the neck, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankles. But while those exercises are focused on neck, shoulder, and so on, it's really a whole body exercise. So it actually stretch yourself as well. And let me jump forward a little bit. The warm-up exercise actually incorporate the Tai Chi principles, which are the things that make Tai Chi magical, make it so effective for health. So it's really like a set of Tai Chi, but it's really easy to learn. So we're going to start teaching people just the movements, just the shape, to do it reasonably close to the shape, and to do it safely within comfort zone. Then we're going to stretch two parts of the body gently from neck down. And then the number 3 step. So number 1 step, warm up, walk around. Number 2 step, 2 stretches from the neck down. And number 3 is to cooling down. After exercise, then it's important to have a cool down. Like the sun doesn't go from the midday to zoom, nothing. It's come down to sunset. So number 4 step is really, really important. The number 4 step is about building your qi, because the ultimate purpose of any Tai Chi, and that's why early on I'm talking about the different forms of Tai Chi, and they are different depth and different aspect of Tai Chi. Tai Chi has so much depth, so much complexity, but it can be also very, very simple, because every bit of Tai Chi, all aspects lead to the ultimate purpose. The ultimate purpose is to improve your qi, your life energy within you. And so, number 4 step is about qi. It's the method of growing your qi. So that's also called qi gong. Qi is the life energy in the Chinese word. Gong is a method of practice. So qi gong has been there long before Tai Chi exists. And Tai Chi do use Qigong method in Tai Chi. So in a way, Tai Chi is a form of Qigong, but we have a unique way of doing it. And I did talk about Qigong, and I did teach Qigong in other webinars and other workshops. So you can find them either from our website or go to the online onlinelessons.com. In the recording, I will write down some of those names at the recording. You will get the recording for attending this later on, and I'll try to put as many sites and links to you as possible. Okay, so number 4 is 4 Qigong exercise. Number 5 is 5 fundamental movements. So the idea is that you can learn one of those 4, or then one of those 5, or you can do number 1 of 4, number 1 of 5. So it gives you a variety to teach. So make it fun for your participants. We used to teach the classical Yang style, 108 forms in my school when I started nearly 40 years ago. And you know what? By the time we couldn't finish at the end of the year, and people forgot the beginning already. And it's sort of, when it go on, people get a little impatient. Rightly or wrongly, it's a modern trend. It's the egg or the chicken, right? People do Tai Chi will become a little bit more patient. But where do you start? If you don't have something to attract people to do it, to get to enjoy Tai Chi, to become more patient, then they're not going to start and they're not going to do Tai Chi. So if you can introduce something that's easy, like one Qigong exercise or one fundamental movement, hey, everybody will feel I can do that, and actually that can be fun. Yeah, that's good. That made me feel more mindful. And then that is introduction. And the other beauty of that is, on step 5, I'll tell you the other bit, but step 4 now is the 4 Qigong exercise. Qigong, cultivate Qi, of course, is derived from nature.
I was just wondering wondering if you could speak more about how that connection between Tai Chi and nature is experienced for you. Like, do you feel it more when you're practicing outside? What kind of experiences have you had with that?
Absolutely. That's a question I not only want to answer you with my personal experience, I also want to share a little bit more about that. Um, well, in a way, nature's cover more than how you feel. Of course, when I go outside, especially every morning, I practice outside, but it it's in my backyard. There is a sun partition, so it doesn't get windy and the rain doesn't reach me. So there's a cover, but still outside air. Definitely, I feel better, and especially when I look at the trees and the water in my backyard, it gives me a sense of being part of that nature, and it does make me feel better in Tai Chi. I also have the privilege and lucky enough to go different places to practice Tai Chi. I practice on the Great Wall, I practice in some big, huge man-made buildings, I practice beside the river, I practice in Machu Picchu. All those places give me a different connection and feeling to nature. It makes me feel that I understand nature better and I feel my body better. And I want to tell everybody that I watched this documentary. It's about nature. It's a documentary. It's like a life personal witness of Sir David Attenborough. Um, David Attenborough is now 94, and he's famous as a natural historian. He made different documentaries on nature, and his latest work was made when he was 93 last year. It is called A Life in Our Planet, and I recommend everybody watching it because his personal weakness, he is also a scientist, and he also have access to resources from the world. And he talked about how beautiful is nature and what man did and how we are ruining our environment. And he used the scientist's prediction of what it will be next 10, 20, 50 years time, how the world be. And I think it just reminds me of balance in nature. Tai Chi is about balance. It's about nature, learning how to balance. Now, man has disturbed the balance. There's absolutely irreducible evidence that man is destroying our environment. We are polluting the world. We're changing the climates. We're changing the world that is going to be so difficult for our next generations, for the younger people. Maybe for people like me, 72, I won't see the world be destroyed, but for my children and your children and the next generation, it's going to get worse. But we can do something about it. And that's why I love that documentary, that he, in his 93-year life, he really showed what have happened, and it really come to help me understand more about nature, that how if we all do more Tai Chi, then we spend less time driving, we spend less time doing things against the world, and to understand nature better. But on the other hand, Tai Chi is also about human. You know, we are part of nature. We are created by nature. We just have to learn to live with nature, not to destroy it. But we are part of nature, and part of our human nature is grouping, socializing, working with everybody. And that is our strength, because we cannot destroy our environment if we were in a primitive life where we don't have modern technology, where we didn't create nuclear bombs, where we didn't create burning with petrols, we didn't create pollution of the country. It comes as a group, as a society. And so I think in a way we need to be, of course we all need to do our best to do the best for the environment, share Tai Chi more, help the environment. But we also got to be aware of our world, our leaders. Which leaders are more care about the future for us, for our planet, for our world. And that documentary just show us what the future will look like if we don't take care of nature, and how beautiful it is. Some of the scenery he showed are just breathtaking, and how it not just destroyed it, but the fact is, if our environment continue to get worse, Earth is not going to have the same happiness, beauty, and that's like Tai Chi. I guess it's part of what we do: balance, understand nature, work with nature, work with people. Our personal relationship, our relationship between countries, between the world, is part of nature, part of human nature. And I hope for all of us, the more we share Tai Chi, the more we help people to be more balanced, to be more able to listen to nature, to the incoming force, and make choice to help keep our world safe for now and for the future. So I will write his. I will write his name in the recordings, and I'll try to write his name. If you're not aware who he is and what the documentary is about, it's shown in Netflix over the world, and it's just beautiful, very moving documentary from a man who's 93, lived his life to full and spent all his life showing us how beautiful nature is. He's also have a warning for us all. And it was an amazing documentary. So I hope we can all contribute to the better world through nature. And I think Tai Chi is a wonderful tool for everybody. Everybody in the world should learn Tai Chi and help to be more attuned to nature.